Hello and welcome to this tutorial where we will learn how to implement insertion sort in Appian. I will cover the step-by-step process of sorting an array of numbers using recursion. So without any further delays, let's get started. First things first, let's understand what insertion sort is. The insertion sort uses one part of the array to hold the sorted values and the other part of the array to hold values that are not sorted yet. This takes one value at a time from the unsorted part of the array and puts it into the right place in the sorted part of the array until the array is sorted. I have already created a rule called insert element to handle the insertion. This rule is responsible for inserting an element from the unsorted portion into the correct position in the sorted part of the array. Now let me quickly define some rule inputs. First one is going to be array to sort. This is the array that we want to sort, which is gonna be of type number integer, and let's check this box as it is going to hold an array of numbers. I am gonna call the second one current index. This indicates the current position we are checking for insertion. And the third one is gonna be called increment, which means moving to the next index in each recursive call. The idea is very simple. We move the element at increment to the correct position by shifting other elements. Here I am using insert function, which takes three parameters: array, value and index. Array, the array to modify; value, the value to insert; and index, the index at which the value should be inserted. So here array is going to be array to sort. Next we have to pick the value which is at ri increment from ri array to sort, and current index is going to be the index as it holds the index at which the value should be inserted. Imagine you have a list 1, 3, 5, 7. Now let's say we need to insert the number 3 at position 1 in the list. The resulting array would be 3, 1, 3, 5, 7. The value 3 already exists in the list at some other position, and we want to make sure that the list size remains the same as the original. So after inserting the value 3 at the correct position, we must remove it from its old position to avoid duplication and keep the array size constant, which we are doing using remove function. We are passing in the updated list, and index is going to be ri increment as that is where we picked the element from, plus 1 as the size of array has been updated from 4 to 5 after inserting the element into the correct position within the sorted portion. Here I am passing in some test input. It is gonna pick the element sitting at index 2 and insert it into the correct position depending on what our current index is. It's 1. It is gonna insert this element at index 1 and going to remove the element from its old position to ensure the number of elements stays the same. Let me quickly save my changes, and now let's move to the second rule, which is responsible for the recursion itself. I am calling it as insertion sort. Here we will process one element at a time, starting from ri increment is equal to 2. Since the element at index 1 is sorted, we will continue the recursion until we have sorted the entire array. This rule will use the same inputs array to sort, current index and increment to recursively pass the data and process the sorting. Now I will hit Save Changes button in order to call this rule within itself and access these parameters. Now to pass default values for these inputs, we will use the local variables. When the rule is called without parameters, the default values will be used automatically. Here we set the starting index to 1. That's because in insertion sort, first element is always considered sorted element. So basically we will begin by comparing the first element with the next one, okay? And we set the increment to 2. So the sorting begins from the second element as first one is already sorted, right? Now I am going to call this rule inside itself, and it is gonna check if the element sitting at current index is greater than the element sitting at Ri increment? If yes, it is gonna call the as insert element rule to insert the element into its correct position in the sorted portion, right? I am passing in the necessary parameters. These parameters get updated in each recursive call. If not, return the array as it is. Next input parameter is current index. Here we are going to implement a conditional check to increment the current index only when local increment -1 is not equal to the current index. If the condition is true, the current index is reset to 1, which means the sorting starts over from the beginning of the array. If the condition is false, the current index is simply incremented by 1, moving on to the next element in the sorted portion. Next input parameter is increment. Here the check is if local current index plus 1 is equal to local increment. Let's say your local increment is 3 and local current index is 2. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. That's when we have to increment this local increment by 1. Okay, if it is true, we have to increment this. Else, the value of this will remain unchanged. Okay. Next, we have to check the base case. If the local increment which determines how far it has progressed in sorting is equal to the count of array plus 1. If it is equal to the count of array plus 1, that means the sorting is complete and we need to return the sorted array. If not, we need to proceed with the recursive case. Cool? So the recursion continues until the base case is reached. Once local increment reaches the length of the array plus 1, the rule will return the sorted array. I'll now go ahead and save my changes. Now let's walk through an example of how the recursive process works. We start with the array 7, 8, 2. Current index is equal to 1 and increment is equal to 2. It's 2 because first element is always considered sorted. So basically we will start picking the elements starting from index 2. So here we have this base condition to check if local increment is equal to count of Ri array to sort plus 1. So the value of local increment is 2 at the moment and the count of Ri array to sort is 3. 3 plus 1 gives 4. 2 is not equal to 4. The condition becomes false here and we have to proceed with the recursive case. In the first step, we compare 7 with 8. Is 7 greater than 8? False, right? So the array remains as it is. That's what the condition says. Moving on to the current index where we have added a condition to check if local increment -1 is equal to local current index. Here local increment is 2, 2 minus 1, 1 is equal to local current index is 1, 1 is equal to 1. The condition is true here and the value of local current index gets reset to 1, which indicates the last index of the sorted portion. Alright, then we have this increment where we have added a condition to check if local current index plus 1 is equal to local increment. The value of local current index is 1. 1 plus 1 gives 2. 2 is equal to 2? Yes, true. Now we have to increment it. That's because we have already reached the end of the sorted portion. Now we have to move on to the next element, right? So we increment the local increment to 3. So far, the first two elements from the left side represents the sorted portion and the remaining represents the unsorted portion. Here the base condition becomes false again as 3 is not equal to 3 plus 1, 4, and we call this recursive rule. We pick the element sitting at index 3, that is 2, and compare it with the sorted portion. For each element in the sorted portion, you compare it with the current element, that is 2. Here 7 is greater than 2, that means 2 has to come before 7. So now we have to make room for the current element, that is 2. Now that 2 has found its correct position, we don't have to compare it against every other element in the sorted portion. So the resulting array is 2, 7, 8. Next, the current index would be local increment minus 1. Local increment is 3. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2 is equal to local current index. That is 1. 2 is equal to 1. False. So now we have to increment the local current index, right? Which becomes 2 now, and local increment remains as it is, as local current index plus 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 is not equal to 3, right? Local increment is 3. So the condition is false here and local increment remains as it is. That's because there is still an element left in the sorted portion which needs to be compared with the picked element. But since 2 has already taken its position, we don't have to compare the picked element against every other element in the sorted portion. And once the picked element has taken its correct position, that is when we have to stop comparing it against every other element in the sorted portion. So in such scenarios, local increment should be incremented and local current index should be reset to 1. So to do that, I'll add the same condition in current index and increment as well. Okay, using OR. So if you have multiple conditions and you use the OR operator, the overall result is true if any one of the conditions is true. So if any one of these two conditions is true, that is when we have to restart sorting from the beginning. If not, we have to keep comparing the picked element against every other element in the sorted portion. And in increment, I am adding the same condition. If any one of these two conditions is true, we have to make a move. Okay, we have to increment the local increment, else it remains unchanged. Okay, I will quickly save my changes and test this rule out. The array is sorted and returned as 2, 7, 8. Let me add one more element to my list, and this time the array is returned as 1, 2, 7, 8, which is working as expected. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out my other Appian tutorials for more advanced topics. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in my next video. Cheers, bye-bye.